So ironically, I picked interior design, which was another 4-year program, which I could have gotten an MBA into.
Right.
I could have gotten, my law degree in 3, but nope, I choose, the longest one.
All right. So, welcome, Amy.
Thank you.
Do a little intro. Amy Fuerstenberg, also known as Amy Red.
Yep.
It is how I refer to you all the time.
Why do we call you Amy Red?
Okay, so
First, I gotta let her finish.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Jumping ahead. So Amy Red, she has since 2003 been helping to shape the landscape of Twin Cities events.
Started when I was 11. Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. You're
For real?
a child.
Oh, I'm like, damn.
She is co-owner of you were co-owner of Mimi Weddings for 20 years, and then now are owner and creative director of Mini Weddings and executive director of Rocket Science Events.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It's good to hang out.
Yeah.
We're excited about it. Let's start with...
You want me to answer your question?
Yes.
now?
Yes.
Okay, so my best friend is Amy Blonde, and we went to college together. Actually, I've known Amy since kindergarten, but we went to different schools later on, and we went to college together, and we were in the same dorms.
Okay.
And there's this guy that was just like, I just think from now on I'm just going to refer to you as Amy Blonde and Amy Red. And it just kind of
stuck.
took off.
I love that.
All our friends started calling us that. And then when we started our business, we're like, my last name is not easy.
Right.
And actually, her style doesn't look
Hers
like
is,
it.
no,
either.
I wouldn't know how to pronounce it
And
necessarily.
so we were just like, fuck it, let's just use Amy Red and Amy Blonde.
Yeah.
So that was our email addresses even.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
And yeah, it just kind of stuck. And there's so many Amy's in this industry that there's so many times, like, if you say Amy Red, they're like, they know it's me.
It's like your rock star name now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like Madonna or
Yeah. I mean, I use that all the time when I'm like, so I'm like, oh yeah, Amy Red. And then like people who are like newer in the industry are like, who? And I was like, and then I'm like, do I need to tell the whole lore or do I just like start with, she's got red hair. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love it. So like going back since you guys started, like we're friends in college and stuff, like what did you get started doing this? Or like, how did you get started?
So I always wanted to be a chef growing up. And my mom was like, can't that just be a hobby? And we're not going to pay for your school if you don't go to college.
Sure.
And so I was like, okay, went to business school. And Amy and I ended up going to the same college, not planning on it.
What school was it?
The University of Minnesota.
Oh, okay, cool.
Twin Cities. Mm-hmm. And both her dad and my dad are entrepreneurs. And so we just kind of had that entrepreneurial spirit. Mm-hmm. And we were like, let's start a business. So we first started talking about owning a magazine randomly.
Good thing you didn't stick with that.
Right,
Yeah, that's
right.
a good thing, yeah.
Then we wanted to own a spa. Like that
would actually be nice. Yeah.
That was kind of our path. And then we graduated. I was working at Target at the time, not cashier fund Target, but corporate Target.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when you say that, I would much rather be doing a cashier than being in.
So I was like, like a passant, like intern. Well, there was mass layoffs like the year I graduated.
Of course.
And so I had to decide if I wanted to go back to school and what I was going to do. And then I was like, well, maybe I want to go to law school. Maybe I want to go to get my MBA, and or maybe I want to go for interior design. And so ironically, I picked interior design, which was another 4-year program, which I could have gotten an MBA into.
Right.
I could have gotten, my law degree in 3, but nope, I choose, the longest one. So
the most expensive probably too, maybe, yeah.
Actually, not so bad, because I went back to the U, and I met some of my dear friends there. And halfway through my program, Amy was working at Paper Source. She was doing all of like their invitations and whatnot. And she was also doing like small business identities. And this woman walked in one day, and she was a wedding planner. And I can't even remember her name. It's so terrible. But anyway, she was only in the business for a couple of years. Yeah. And Amy, she comes back to me and she's like, so there's this thing called like wedding planning. And I'm like, really? Like people pay people to like do this?
Yeah.
And she's like, Amy, you've always loved like entertaining and like, you know, planning events and like maybe this is something we get into. But we were kind of thinking like interiors, like stationery and wedding planning. So anyway, we start Mimi Design. Like we literally decided the name on the way to the registrar's office because you didn't do it online back then.
Right.
Like, you actually went there.
Yes. Yeah.
And
As in like Amy, me.
well, so we were kind of toying around with the names and like we're like at first we're like, oh, maybe a me because that's friends in French, and then we're like, fuck that, we're not French. And so one of our friends, she's like, well, what about Mimi? You know, like MIMI. And we're like, yeah, that's like there's a cool ring to it, you know. And then we added design, but the problem is we were like we wanted to be so separate but equal, right? That we split the Mimi, so it was MI space MI, and that never lasted. No. Like nobody ever did it correctly.
I would not have even guessed that for
everybody would
years.
put an S at the end of design, even though it was not plural.
Right.
Like anyway, so then we ended up switching it actually to Mimi Weddings.
Okay.
Because that was kind of the path that we were heading. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, like I did graduate, but I was doing, you know, college and starting Mimi about the same time. So
interesting. Okay. Yeah. What was your undergrad in?
So I did general management with in human resources. And then I have a BS in interior design.
Wow. Okay, cool. I feel like it's always interesting to see the way that people who got into it from like an unrelated or like not expecting to be in it, like how it still sort of like feeds into it, and like having a management and human resources thing is.
But it's so funny because I'm like, so I was the one with the business degree. Amy was the one that did all the books.
Yeah,
like you know.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
and so many people. I mean, like our like family and friends. Everyone was like, you never start a business with your best friend. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Well, we lasted 20 years.
Yeah,
so
you made it work.
We made it work. And that was the thing, is our friendship always came first.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. It's tricky. Like there's no doubt about. I mean, Castina and I didn't know each other that long. Like we weren't like childhood best friends or anything like that. But we'd had a long relationship, and when we decided to start things, and we like sat down and were like very intentional about like how we
have to be
crafted it, and like here's what the partnership looks like, and here's what happens if we have a disagreement on things, because like,
and we were just so. I mean, we're still friends. Don't worry.
Yeah,
But we're so. We just fill each other's gaps so well. You know what I mean? Yep. And like the shit that I didn't want to do, she loved doing, and vice versa.
That's how we are too.
So like she hated cleaning. So literally our thing was like, you do accounting and I will clean the office. It's like, it was
that.
You need that. You need that separation of like two people good at different things.
Yeah.
It was just such a redundant.
Right.
And we always had, well, still do have so much respect for each other.
Yep.
And like she was always number one. Like I would never put someone in front of her. Like I would always side with her, I guess, is what I'm getting at. You know, like I'd always have her back.
Yeah.
So and
That's
vice versa.
I mean, I always felt like you guys had a really symbiotic, really nice relationship, and it was like always fun to work with you guys.
Yeah. And that was the thing. We just like to have fun.
Yeah.
You know, like we were goofy, and we were young when we started. I mean, I was 23.
Oh my God, I guess I started like doing like professional event stuff when I was that age, but it was like I was at the U, which is funny because we were probably there at the same time, but I was like up at the campus club doing events up there.
Yeah.
And like thinking about it, if I started my own business at that age, I would have had no idea what to do.
Yeah. And everyone was like, oh, it's a hobby, girls, you know, but then it was like, and don't get me wrong, it was like 5 years before we actually like really started paying ourselves. I mean, we waited tables on the side.
Right.
I will never forget though, like writing that first paycheck like to each other, and I was like, "This is wild! Like we're getting paid for this, like,
and not just like barely covering our bills, right?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you guys used to have like a studio or like a office space over?
We had 3 different ones.
I feel like there was one in like South Minneapolis that I may have come to at one point.
Yep, 48th and Nicollet.
Yes.
So we were there the longest. So the first was in the Thorpe building.
Yep.
And we were there for about 3 years in the basement.
Smoking weed in the basement.
Smoking weed in the basement, yep. And then we were moved to, do you remember Bastian Skoog, the florist?
Yeah.
So Liz Bastian owned this really kick-ass studio.
Yeah.
I think it's like a Lululemon now. It's like
it's near where
Spoon and Stable is.
Yeah, it's near like Aria.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like you guys were on the right on the corner.
Yeah, it was like when when North Loop wasn't North Loop. It was still like the warehouse.
Cool yet.
It was the warehouse district, and Sex World was like an entire building, and not just like a tiny store.
And it was so funny. Like our space was so hard to find because we were on the back side of the building, but the address was on the front.
Oh yeah.
And so it was like constantly like we'd have to like go out looking for the client, like
chasing him down.
Yeah, but it was so funny. We'd always be like trying to describe where we were, like we're on, corner of 3rd and 2nd, blah, blah, blah. And then like, they're, nope. I'm like, okay, we're a block away from Deja Vu. And then everyone's like, oh yeah. I know where you are.
That place has been around for a minute.
Iconic.
Yeah,
Iconic.
it is iconic.
I'll tell you offline why I'm like probably not allowed there.
Oh shit. Let's tell them now.
I threw up on the patio. I was super drunk and like all the like strobe lights and stuff in there, and I was like, I don't feel good. I went on the patio and like threw up in a plant, and they kicked me out.
Damn.
It was rough.
So we were there for about 3 years, and then we moved to 48th and Nicollet, and we were there for the rest of the time. It was different then though, like wedding planner, so we always did the floral, stationery, decor for like the whole kit and caboodle. So we had inventory. Like I feel like planners these days, they don't they can work, at like those social.
Right. There's a few that have like a hybrid thing, but not. It has evolved a lot. Like people specialize so much more now.
Totally. Like they rent it out or they outsource
There's more
it.
vendors. Yeah.
But yeah, like we had our inventory, like our whole entire basement was full of like vases and candles and oh shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like we would have saved a lot of money in paying rent.
If you didn't need a warehouse?
Yes, we didn't have to warehouse it. Or like even towards the end, we got like a storage unit and just had it there and then just like, worked remotely. And I'm like, oh my God, this would have saved us so much money. But it was different then. Like people met in person.
Yes.
Like this
You
is
couldn't go
long
online.
before Zoom.
Yep.
This is like...
What year do you think you started the Mimi?
We started in 2003.
2003.
And we
I
ended...
was just graduating high school.
Rude.
Well, I mean, it's just like I'm thinking about like the nostalgia.
Yeah, no, that was the year that I graduated college, and like 2004 is when I first started my like professional career in events, in venues. It was like I worked like a couple odd jobs before then until I got the first gig, but I answered an ad in the newspaper for my first.
That's wild.
And I was like, I think I was like the last person ever. Wow. Yeah, like I saw an ad in the newspaper and I applied that way, and I'm like,
them on your flip phone and
I was like, did I mail my resume? I don't fucking know. I had an email. I might have just emailed them, but I don't know.
I didn't have email till my freshman year in college. That's when I learned how to email.
Yeah. I think I got it like junior year of high school or something, somewhere in there. So
like I took a class actually that was like all about how to email.
Yeah.
And like how to send an attachment.
Yeah.
How to forward, how to add a couple people onto the email.
How to not be CC or CC everyone, right? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, email etiquette was definitely like, we also had to take typing. Do they do typing classes anymore?
I think my daughter's doing.
I did in high school. I did do that in high school.
I don't think it's the same now because like now my daughter, she's 10.
Do they just use their thumbs?
Yeah.
Well, she's 10. This year she's in 5th grade and they give you like a laptop.
Yeah.
And you do half your shit on.
So they just kind of...
I think they're just kind of learning on
They like
it already.
know how to do it. So
well, she already knows how to work like a keyboard. She plays like games and shit on the... She found them all by herself. I'm like, are you paying for these? I'm like...
No, you're paying.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, you got my card or what?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she's just playing some elaborate game, and like, you guys know, like on Minecraft, you can play it on the computer, and you use like the arrows and shit to control. It's like a hard way to control.
The what?
So you use usually the WASD keys are to like move around.
Yeah.
and then you use the mouse to like look.
Okay, so there's
Oh, so you're using it like it's the
you're using both hands in like a weird way. Like we grew up
confusing.
on like a controller.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is not that. And she's like, they're really good at it already, and like know all the shit and how to find the games and download them and put them on the thing. And they have my computer now, so
yeah. My nephew,
not this one, but
my nephew charged like hundreds of dollars to my brother's credit card one time. Not an accident, but not with permission.
That happened to me too, actually, a few years ago, and I called and I was like, I didn't authorize this.
Oh,
and they gave me my money back, and I was like, yeah.
I bet
it probably happens a lot. Yeah, I imagine so.
Oh, there was years too, like when they were downloading, like, because now it's Netflix and all the other shit, and I'm like, how am I? I'm also like $3.99 charges coming through.
Yeah.
Because they're downloading these shows or some shit,
some movie
and
or
it's just like something, and it's like a monthly fee or whatever. I had like 10 of them on Amazon at one time. I had to call and be like, dispute them all, and I got some of them that like retroactively give me my money back for like. I was like, I'm not using this,
right?
Or and I'm like, so yeah.
Are they like, okay, sir, this is where you find the parental control?
Pretty much. No, they didn't say shit. Honestly, they didn't say shit. But I was just like,
yeah, right.
But I found the parental controls now. But like, if they log in on my thing, because it's just like on there, like when you go on like Netflix or it's like my account. If they go on there, you can fucking do whatever you want.
Like, it's just $3.99, Dad. What's the
so
problem?
they already know the bypass, you know. So it's like, Anyways, sorry, tangent.
But yeah, you were talking about how like you did everything back then, which I do think like that has like people specialize so much more, and there's also such a like wider range of vendors doing things now,
totally,
as opposed to back then. It was like,
I'm kicking myself because towards the end, because Amy and I were like, we were getting burnt out, you know, it was a lot, and
when did you end?
Well, we wanted to get out before, it was like 2021, I guess. Some of our weddings got postponed because of COVID, so it was like when we wanted to like be done, we couldn't.
Right.
It was like, oh great, now everything's like rescheduled another year out, and so I mean we were like definitely winding down at that point. But what was I getting at before?
When you ended?
Sorry, yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say like we were like, let's start like renting out lounge furniture.
Oh yeah.
Like we feel like this is gonna be a thing, you know, or like where people are like wanting more than like, you know, like just renting a linen or like you know, special chairs, but like now I see how they all like took and then
it
took off, and I'm like, ugh.
It's definitely a thing now,
right?
Yeah.
So, but I think things happen for a reason. So when I got out of it, then I started working at Fabulous Catering.
Oh yeah.
For like a hot minute.
Yep.
And then COVID started.
Right.
And so I was only there for like 9 months maybe.
I forgot about that.
And then I was unemployed for a little bit, and then Gretchen, that's when she started kind of dangling the mini weddings in front of me.
Yeah.
And so I went on with her full time. And I did rocket science and the mini weddings. And then 2 years now, I bought mini weddings from her.
Yeah. Because she started that like during COVID, right? Like she'd had the idea before.
She kind of had the idea before, but I mean, what a great idea and perfect timing.
Perfect timing, right.
You know? And so I think she like started at like April.
Oh, wow, that's
and then August was our first wedding.
I remember seeing that fast trigger.
Really
I was
fast,
like micro weddings kind of thing. And a lot of people did it similarly in other locations too, but I remember that popping off really fast. So it's like she obviously had some ideas there.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like the website was just ready to pretty much.
I mean, she's
whipped
got such a great network.
Mini weddings. And also you capitalize on the.
Hollywood.
I know we have to go back to it, but I wanted to say she capitalized on the mini of MINNAE, right?
Yep.
And all of us love anything like Minnesota branded, but please note those posters behind them because
the cat.
That's our giveaway.
Yeah.
Nice.
How long is that up for? Because maybe it'll still be up when we release this.
It'll be up for a while.
Okay, cool.
Actually.
Well, they've got a special with Urban Daisy. They had these incredible movie posters made for the mini weddings at Hollywood that are like all cat themes because all the couples had cats.
Yeah. Yep. So like, I actually just wrote a blog post about this. Actually, if you go to click on blog, it was this actual couple, and you can kind of see their wedding. But yeah, so every couple, they fill out a client registration form, and like one of the questions is like, what do you like to do for fun? You know, and all 4 couples were like, oh, we like playing or hanging out with our cats.
That's so funny. I would never.
And so, and I'm like, I love cats, as you know.
Yeah.
And so I was like, kind of thinking about it. At first, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do posters on, like where cats are somehow in the name or some feline something or whatever. But then I stumbled upon this Etsy site who made these.
Yeah.
Well, actually didn't make the posters, but made the
graphic
of it. Yep. And then I went to Amy and I'm like, can you blow these up? And those cases are huge.
They are huge. They are really
and they're
big,
a weird size too.
Yeah.
So it's
like
you can't
different.
and so you can't like take it to like Kinko's. I mean, I guess it's not Kinko's anymore. That's how that also dates me.
Yeah, I was like
FedEx.
Is it FedEx now? Is that really what it turned into?
Yeah.
This is their the blog about them.
Yeah.
I'll have to direct people to it.
If you click on it, then it kind of tells the story about how we got.
So the wedding of Maddie and Theo, if people want to take a look at it on the site, awesome.
They like going to movies. That's cool.
But this couple goes to a movie once a week. Like in theaters,
wow,
which I thought was impressive.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so when they actually reached out to me about doing a mini elopement in December of last year. But they wanted to get married outside at the DeGroot house, which is in Excelsior.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's like, could be like freaking cold out.
Right.
Like, I don't think you want to spend, I mean, I love winter settings. Maybe go out there and take like photos, but actually get married out there.
No,
with your guests. And so I'm like, hey, I'd be happy to make you a custom package if you wanted to book this date. And they were like, oh my God. Like they were just elated because they obviously
love movies.
See movies. The cat posters were a surprise for everybody. So when they showed up, they all saw.
Those are good.
They would see the the posters.
Paw Fiction, Claws, Terminator.
Claws is good, yeah.
What was the other one?
Top Cat.
Yeah. There you go, Top Cat. That's the one.
There's one more though.
There are 2 of them at my house right now.
Yeah. Jessica got to keep.
Those are cool. Who created the posters?
Cat to the Future.
That was it. Yeah. Etsy. Someone on Etsy.
Someone on Etsy.
Just like an artist kind of
person. Just an artist randomly. And like, and then Amy, and I told Amy, I was like, oh my God, the files are only like $5 a piece, Amy.
She's like, they're going to be so small.
And she's like, let me see if I can work with it to get it to be that big. Like, so that they turn out well. And, they were like over $1,000 to print.
Oh my God.
because of the size of them. But it was worth it.
Yeah, they are really cool. They're like wrapped up really nicely and protected.
It looks like a real theater too.
Yeah.
It's,
oh my God, it was Hollywood so fun
theater, right?
watching. Yeah. So I live like a couple blocks from here.
Okay.
And by the way, you need to water that plant in the window.
Alex is in charge. I know. I'm always like, I don't want to water because what if we're overwatering it then? I don't know. So
the other day I drove by and I was like,
she took it and like soaked it recently because it was looking sad. Yeah. She left it from the wedding, so it's like we're co-parenting it. Yeah. But I put Alex in charge of it because I was like, I'll kill it. There's no way.
But anyway, that day, like I had to leave and go get a couple things, but I was like coming back. Yeah. Well, some of the weddings were going on, and like people walking outside on the sidewalks were just like taking photos like, of the posters, and they're just kind of like, what's going on here?
I love that.
It was so awesome.
We really cool. Just put up like a marquee because a lot of in the past we've just done like the Hollywood PLS website or whatever, and I was like, we need to start doing like when we have downtime, like something more interesting, and so I'm trying to convince the owner to let me do like cheesy pickup lines on there.
I like it.
Don't you think those would kill? But then for Valentine's Day, I was like, we should do something a little more romantic. And so we've had one up since Valentine's that says like the best thing to hold in life is each other.
Yeah, I think I saw it.
Yeah, I've seen like half a dozen people stop and take a picture of it. And I was like, but no one tags us, so I can't prove it. But I'm like, I know this is gonna kill. So
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Or like movie line, like
Yeah.
lines from movies.
Exactly. Yeah, but those posters were super cool, and they're like, I feel like they just made it. So yeah, I feel like it would be super interesting to hear like the format of the mini weddings, because I think that it's not what people would necessarily assume, like, oh, you're just having like a small wedding, right? So, but the way that it's structured is a little bit unique.
Yeah. So I pick usually like a half a dozen dates a year, and we typically do about 5 weddings in a day, kind of Las Vegas style, so to speak. So the couples share, of course, the venue, the photographer, videographer, officiant, the decor, the floral. I mean, we refresh, throughout the day.
Yeah.
They all get their own cake that they choose different flavors, champagne. And then they also can add on different things. So they could add on printed invitations. They could add on video clips. They could add on a printed album. But we make it really easy that you can just book it through the website, and automatically it gets them kind of set up into like a workflow where they get like a client registration form to fill out. Once that's been submitted, then they get like this extras form if they wanted to add anything. And I'm there the whole time. Like, so if there's something like halfway through the planning process where they're like, does someone under the age of 3 count to the guest count, or whatever? Can we have gluten-free, things like that. So they can reach out to me at any time. And then when we get closer to the date, I introduce them to our officiant team. They set up a call. They go through, the ceremony script is going to be.
Yeah.
Then they get a final details form where they fill out kind of basically everything that they've already set. Like, I'm like, has anything changed? What is your final guest count? They pick out their like processional, recessional songs. They pick out a portrait shot list. So they have up to 10 groupings. And that's kind of it. And they submit that.
Yeah.
I send them their final invoice. They show up on the day of the event.
Dressed and ready
to go.
Yeah.
We do have some, like, our first time slot of the day, a lot of times they can get ready on site at the venue for like an additional, like, couple hours. Usually we include like photography or videography coverage for that. The last time slot of the day is our extended reception. So they can extend the reception. So sorry, the experience typically is 90 minutes.
Right.
60 minutes of that is for ceremony reception. The last half hour is the couple's photo shoot.
Okay.
And then the last time slot of the day, the extended reception, is 3.5 hours long. So that allows them to have maybe a sit-down dinner. They could do a buffet. We've done mingling,
cocktail reception sort of thing. Yeah.
Usually it also allows for even like a half hour, 45 minutes of dancing if they want to do that. Toasts. But yeah, so that's kind of how the day
the
flows.
nuts and bolts of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like when we first started, like, I've done them at different venues that I've been at. I don't think I've ever actually been on site for one or like figured out all the details. I think the
Christina was at the Hollywood.
Yep. And like, I know that at some point I think we did it, or maybe I was like leaving Machine Shop. I don't know, but I feel like I've talked
done
about
quite
it.
a few at Machine Shop. Yeah.
I think it was when I was in the interim period where I was like hadn't left yet. I was still like helping with things, and so like probably just talked through like what it would look like for cost and stuff. We also the DeGroot House was one of our clients, so we helped them get there.
I love Jennifer.
So sweet, right?
Yes,
it's a beautiful space. It's down in Excelsior.
Yes, it's one of my honestly best-selling venues too. I'm doing mini elopements, so that's even smaller than mini weddings.
Yeah.
Those are 60-minute experiences and for like 10 guests.
Okay. So how many can you have at the mini weddings?
Mini weddings you can have, included with the package is 32, so that includes the couple. You can add on 15 more guests for a total of 47.
Okay.
We were fairly strict about the guest counts early on, mainly because of the COVID restrictions and whatnot.
Yep.
Now we're starting to, like, if somebody comes to me in the weddings at the Machine Shop, for example, which I know can accommodate, like, I'm like, sure, like, you can have up to 60 people. But we do want to still keep it small because then I feel like we lose the sense of the
intimacy,
the concept. Mm-hmm. And we all know more people, more time.
Right. More cake.
More cake, and like whatever. So, but yeah, we do usually 1 or 2 at the DeGroot house every year.
Yeah.
And they have that stunning, like
the pine
little
trees.
grove.
Yeah, they have this beautiful little pine tree grove in the back that's just like magical.
Yeah, and you would never think that you were in like downtown Excelsior.
Right.
And so that's one of our most popular. I'm doing weddings there on 8/8 this summer, and all of them sold out. So
awesome.
And Jennifer, I keep telling her, I'm like, Jennifer, people like their dates,
Yes, it's
and
important what the
does
dates.
not believe me that they do, but I'm like, trust me, like every year we know what the
10-10
what the special dates are.
Yep.
Like, so I did mini elopements one year on February 2nd of 2022.
Yep.
It was a Tuesday, sold out.
I mean, I do love that.
I got married on 7/7, so
okay. I love a good date, honestly. Like, we were just looking at the calendar because like 8/8/26 and like 2 and 6 is 8, right? And like 3 8s is like a super lucky number in like Chinese culture.
Yeah. Or it's also like the infinity.
Yeah.
If you
like angel numbers or whatever. But and we hadn't booked it at one of our spaces, and I was like, how could we not have booked 8/8? Like, there's no way. So I was like shocked that no one had taken it.
They also was like when it was like 10, 12, or no, 10, 11, 12. I think
Yeah. It's people are weird about dates, but you can always like spot it when it's like, oh, that'll be a good
or like they're weird about dates like negatively, because I think this last, like, she was asking me if I wanted to do like a 6/6 or like in 26, and I'm like,
no, that one feels,
I don't.
I do feel
like it's a Saturday. I'm like, no.
I feel like even for a while, do you feel like this is like a weird thing to say, but the stigma of like 9/11 has worn off at all yet?
I think so. I had 2 friends actually whose birthday was on 9/11.
That's my brother's birthday.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, because I love my birthday.
Yeah.
And September 29th, by the way. And but yeah, so I can't imagine like having that. Like I would just literally pick a different day.
I'd be like, oh no, I celebrate 9/9. Sorry. Yeah. I identify as a 9/9 from here on out. I just feel like for like a few years afterwards, it would, if it was even close to the weekend, I was like, well, we could just rule that out because no one's gonna book that. And now it doesn't seem like it's as much of a
I don't think so. We had one bride. This is when I was still with Mimi, and her birthday was 9/11. She ended up getting married on 9/11. And it was after 9/11. And I was like, this is just, it was like maybe 5 years after or something. And I was like, one, to get married on your birthday, like, don't you want to spread that shit out?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
You're making it to also be 9/11. Like, I don't know. I thought it was.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Interesting compilation of weirdness right there.
Yeah. Getting married on your birthday doesn't feel
right.
Yeah, I don't like it. There was a couple that they.
I don't like when people get married on my birthday.
That's also fair.
And that happens all the time.
Same. Yeah. I've worked so many of my birthdays. Like,
same.
For the last like 20 years. I'm just like,
I worked my golden birthday. That was painful.
Ooh, that sucks. Ugh, that's so bad. We had a couple that booked at Hollywood that was like an older couple, and it was like, they were gonna get married, but it was like his birthday, and then they were gonna do like a birthday roast, and then just like have a wedding afterwards. And I was like, girlfriend, are you involved in this? Like,
right?
Just some bros planning.
Yeah, I was like, shit. Is this just? He's like the main character here.
Yeah.
Clearly. And they ended up like canceling it, which I was like, I hope you're not getting married because everything about it was weird. But what do I know?
Do a roast at a wedding.
Yeah, and like a birthday roast, and then just get married afterwards. Like, super weird.
Some dumb shit I would do.
And I would be like, no.
But I like to do weird shit because we've seen it all. You know what I mean? So it's like, when it comes time for your own stuff, you're like, all right, how do I make this not weird. Feel like work?
I think that's actually a good point, because we just did, like, we would do like full production weddings, and it was like 16, 18-hour days, and it was just like so much, and it was just all the time, and we never charged enough, so we were working all the time. And so that's why we were getting so burnt out and wanting to get out of it. The only way I'm in the wedding industry to this day is because I do mini weddings. Like, there's no way in hell I could do go back to what I used to do.
Yeah.
Even for Gretchen, she knows like, sure, I'll drive a golf cart for you, but I'm not taking down.
Up, yeah.
Like a lot of times I don't even go to her events. Like sometimes I might go set up a little bit, but I'm more behind the scenes. Like I do like
you're more in the operations side.
Like contracts and budgets and things like that is what I do for her. But
yeah, I filled in recently for someone who like had to be. They had a death in the family, had to go out of town for a wedding on Castina's team, because she has the planning side of things.
Yeah.
And it was like a full service thing. And so I was like, yeah, I can handle it. Like, no big deal. I've done this, And it was supposed to be like a 12-hour day. And then it ended up being like it was like a 15-hour day because they way undersold like what they were doing for decor and stuff. So the packing took me like 3 hours to get things done. And by the end of it, I was the next day I was like, I'm done.
That's the thing. Like it would take, I mean, nowadays it would take me like 2 to 3 days probably to recover.
Yeah.
But back then it was like my Sundays. I mean, I went from the bed to the couch back to the bed. That was like my day.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was just like your body just couldn't take it anymore.
You have just like an event hangover afterwards.
Yeah.
And
And everyone's like, take Mondays off. I'm like, Mondays is like one of our busiest days because you're starting the
whole
shit for
thing
the next weekend.
Well,
like,
and the people who emailed you on Friday are already like up your butt being like, I haven't heard back from you. And you're like, it's like, been 8 hours, literally, like working hours. Yeah. I used to do like, when I was at RE in the beginning days, I lived on Grand Avenue. And like on Sundays, I would roll out of bed and like go to the coffee spot right next door to where I lived and then go to Punch Pizza and get a pizza and like eat that and then just go back to the couch and like lay there because that was like the most I could muster for the day.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I can't even leave the house. Like I'm done. I'm toast. Yeah.
Yeah. Events will burn you out. I don't think enough people we don't really talk about the burnout on here. We maybe could talk about that a little bit.
I mean,
the burnout is real.
I feel like we talked a little bit about just like people underestimating how much like we give up of our lives to do it.
Yeah.
But
like the weekends and like even my brother asked me to go to Japan with him this June and I'm like, could you have asked for like maybe a different time?
Right.
But they've already booked the tickets and I want to go, but I'm just like, it's literally in between 2 big wedding dates and I'm just like,
June is a terrible time to do that.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's probably a great time to be there.
Right.
Yeah, but that's a hard
like,
time.
I don't know if I can do it. But just like I feel like I've done that my whole adult life is like giving it up, for somebody else's happiness.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds terrible. But
we kill ourselves just for a couple smiles.
Right?
Yeah, and like a big hug at the end of the night. And then some people can't even do that. And you're like, you know what? Like, yeah. And some like real.
Like I remember like driving to like weddings, like to go set up and like it'd be like a Saturday morning. People like walking to brunch or they're like biking with their kids and like, must be fun.
Truly though, yeah. Yeah. And then but then when I have a day off, I'm like, what do? I don't know what to do with myself.
Right?
That is true, yeah.
I mean, I feel it's like we don't do this. There's no way you do this job like just for the paycheck because it's like
no.
We make like mediocre bucks, first of all. Secondly, and then you're giving up so much of your social life and then like working a 16-hour day and just like breaking your butt to like.
But it's so, and what I think is so funny is that everyone still thinks it's so glamorous.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that's partially our own fault, though. I think we try to glamorize it.
Well, it's the highlight reel.
And then, you get the Instagram reels and all this shit. And, even you go on anybody's social now and they try to make it look so glamorous. Like they're living the fucking life and they're, I see it all the time.
Yeah. And
as a guy, I don't really partake as much, but
it's the highlight reel, which is what everybody's like showing on their social media, unless you're like me and you're just yelling at the government or something. And
I just post about cats.
Yeah. It's true. If you want good cat content,
I'm your girl.
Yeah. But I do think though, I do sometimes like have to remind myself because I like my family or people that I know from outside the industry are like, oh, you do all this cool stuff. And I'm like, I'm working all the time. And then I'm like, but I do like compared to other people, like I do get to go to a lot of cool parties, like vendor things and industry.
I would
things.
say I was going to say, I think it has allowed me though for some really cool experiences.
Yeah.
I've done, weddings across the country and, Mexico, like, there's times like, and Amy and I would be like at like on an island off of Florida doing a wedding, and we'd be like pinching ourselves, like, oh my God, can you believe that we're like here, you know? But you're still the hired help.
And you're still busting your ass. It's like
you're
when you
still busting your ass, and you might get one day on the beach. But I guess just meeting. I mean, our industry I think is so cool. Like, don't you think that there's so many cool people in our industry?
We do cool shit. Actually.
We do cool shit.
It's very exciting, and I think that's part of the glamour.
Yeah.
It's like we're doing some cool shit, and it's hard shit, and it's like hard. Not everyone can do it.
Yeah.
And so there's
payoff, but
it's the love of the game.
It is. That's the thing. It's like it's the love of the hospitality, and it's the love of like the creative expression, and like really like bringing all that stuff together and making it happen is you just don't do it. You're not doing it for the paycheck. There's no way because none of us get paid enough.
It's thrilling. What do you think is like the most fulfilling aspect for you?
I was actually when I met with Christina earlier today at the Moore House about the photo shoot, and I said to her, I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm the cockroach of this industry because I feel like I have done, worked for so many different people. Like I was on the catering side. I worked for Girl Friday for a year and a half, worked for people, worked with people, so it's just, I think it's just kind of I just like learning, and I like learning about like all the different aspects of like what people bring to the table, and I think I appreciate it more. Like when I worked with Fabulous as a catering company, as a partner, and then worked for them, like I was like, holy shit, like
it's so much work.
This is so much work.
Yeah.
Or like Girl Friday, when I worked there, I was like, these chicks are bad asses, crawling up these things and
getting on these lists.
Yes. I mean, I was just like, dang.
And making stuff out of just nothing.
Nothing. And it was just, so I think that is really cool. I think also now working with Gretchen and Laura, Laura is our bookkeeper and a dear friend. And those two love their apps. I've learned so much technology and apps in the last 4 years.
Yep.
And holy shit, like I was a dinosaur compared to like what they
I feel like
are having me do now. Like Gretchen's like, can you believe that you've ever thought like you're building a website? And I'm like, I know, I never would have thought that ever.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, or just shit like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, especially like we're a similar age and have been in the industry for a similar amount of time, and like to see like what has changed over 20 years.
Yeah, Pinterest didn't.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Pinterest wasn't even like until like 10 years into my career.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm editing a video thing, little montage type of thing from like past Star Wars years. And I reached out to, I was just like looking through the files, and even Castina, when was hers?
hers was the year after mine.
Yeah,
2022?
So 23? We were 2021, right?
Yeah.
And then she was 2022. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I even reached out to, no, not her. It was somebody else. No, Gretchen. It was Gretchen.
Yeah.
Hers was back in like 20.
Hers was before mine.
2016 or something. Like
she did the decor though when they did it at the McNamara, the really cool one with like the mask.
Yeah. She was the decor chair there, and we did a video for that one. But she couldn't like find any, like no one keeps the video, or like the video quality just was like way different back then. You know, so it was like just looking back, and it doesn't feel like that long ago. And it's like
that's funny. So Amy and I, when it was,
he just pulled up. So we've been working on an archive for Star Awards with the ILEA board, and I was at one point.
2015.
I think I was in charge of like the 2012 one, and I was like, "There's nothing. I can't find anything."
So the very first one. This is when it still used to be. Can I say it?
Yeah, ISIS. Yeah, we talked about it with Jody. ISIS.
ISES.
Yeah.
International Special Event Society.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was the very first year. It was hosted at Barfly.
Can I say it?
It had been actually.
It was hosted at Barfly?
But it was at Barfly.
It was the first year you'd gone?
Because it was the first year they ever had it locally.
No, Blaisdell was the first one, 2005.
Okay, Barfly, second one.
Second one, 2006.
So
this is saying the Loft.
Yeah, the Loft at Barfly.
Which is the, like fourth
it was the
level
upstairs above that really sketchy theater.
Yeah.
Club ISIS. Yeah. Just
Club ISIS.
Which was probably a great name in 2006. And then, what was it, 2010, 12, 13, 14? and then that name became really bad.
Yeah.
But so we were at that one, and we submitted a wedding, whatever. It was in a binder.
Yeah.
Like
you used to have
it was not online.
Right.
It was like, here's the collateral. I'm putting it into like my little sheets.
And you had to turn in your binder. Yep.
And then they'd ship these binders to other
chapters. Yep.
Yeah.
And ship them back. I was like, this is wild.
Meanwhile, this year at like 11:57, I'm like, Esteban, do you have the video for this thing?
Texting on smartphone.
Yeah.
7 minutes before the deadline.
Truly.
And yeah.
I also was like, because we did the group one and you have to all be members in order to do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you need to join. And he joined.
I know. Yeah. And I was trying to track down a video and I had to sign up. And I signed up and I didn't even like read half the shit because I was just trying to get through it. So I was like a member at large.
Oh my God,
So
that
I wasn't
means
even
you
like
can go to chapters anyway.
I wasn't even part of like the fucking real shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Wasn't even part of the one. And then they emailed me like the next day and they're like, did you mean to do that? And I'm like, no, I'm trying to be part of MSP or whatever. So that was funny as fuck.
Yeah, it's come a long way.
It's crazy. And that's actually like, what do you think? Because now we got AI too, which is gonna feel, and like a lot of people are saying that they think like even apps and stuff will kind of be going away, and like a lot of it's just gonna be an AI.
Yeah. I have a love hate. I think most people do.
Yeah.
I love my Chat GPT. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I call her Kathy, and
That's my mom's name. That's funny.
Chatty Kathy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I guess mainly that's probably what I use it for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know a lot of like my friends, like especially like in the graphic design world, that are suffering like because of it.
But the thing that I think is interesting, and I don't think this is a surprise to some people or like whatever, is that I think that we're getting into like a backlash now where I've seen a few like concert posters that people clearly made on AI.
Yeah.
And then people being like, I'm not coming simply because you used AI for this. Like, or I'd rather see like a shitty Canva basic like poster than this AI slop kind of stuff. And like, I feel like because now it has become so ubiquitous, like it's so much easier to see and spot and like kind of pinhole like, oh, well, they obviously
For now, because the AI is getting so good where you probably won't be able to tell.
Like the cat videos.
Just some of the,
me,
for
like,
the videos for that kind of stuff.
like sometimes
for
I'm
sure.
like,
but like some of the like still photos, it's just like there's a specific aesthetic that a lot of them, not all of them, and obviously it's getting better and changing in ways. But even like ChatGPT, like I did use that for a while, and now I've kind of stopped doing it because I was like, it's just like the tone of it is always just like not quite right, and no matter how much I like go and play with it and stuff. And
no, I can see it. Like I think I use it mainly for website. Newsletters.
Oh, it's best for the website. You can be like, I want to make an app. I want it to do
this. And now
this.
it like, because it saves everything, so it kind of knows my tone of voice,
right?
You know, and like kind of how I like to say things.
Yeah.
No, I don't use it for emails unless it's something where it's like I really need to be professional.
Yeah, sometimes I will put in an email and be like, "Can you make this less? Can you unbitchify this?"
Yeah,
like, because I'm like, I needed somebody to tone it down.
But it's wild. Like I'll go in there, like not even be in there for days, and I'll go back in and I'll like type something, and immediately it remembers, and it's like subbing in mini elopements and like all this, and you know, it's.
I kind of like that because some things you want it to know. Yeah. So that you don't have to keep redoing it.
Totally.
Yeah. And it's a language, predictor, basically. The one thing I also am a little, and I've seen a lot of like spoofs about this now, like on threads or different places where they're like, some of the terms that it uses really often, when one of them being like, it's really brave of you to like think about that or to ask that question or whatever. It's so like pandering sometimes. Like you're right, and you're so thinking so out of the box to come up with that or whatever. And I'm like, shut up.
I don't use ChatGPT. I use X.AI. I actually prefer it over ChatGPT. But
is that like a X as in Twitter X?
Yeah.
So is it Grok?
Yeah, it's Grok.
Okay.
Yep. But I've had better experiences on it. And
like how, like what, how and why?
Because you can, I don't know. I don't know if it's just the interface itself or you hear different things too, like ChatGPT. This is like a weird thing to even talk about, but like helped assist like a suicides for people. I mean, so there's that scary aspect of it, but I've discovered false information that I've gotten from ChatGPT where like it's given me like an answer and then I'm like, I know that's incorrect, and I pry a little bit and then eventually it'll give me the right answer. But like I've had less of that on X AI.
Sure. I mean, do you know there's controversies on the X one.
They're all going to have it. And it's so new and it's like not really regulated at all. So like this is like when we had fucking dial-up internet for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, it's Napster. It's fucking Napster, right?
Yeah.
Like, we are in the Napster days of this whole evolution right now where it's like what we're going to end up with at some point is nothing like what we have right now.
Don't you feel like it was just like a switch was flipped?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like one day it was all of a sudden.
Well, don't you feel like that with all of our technology in a way? Because
let's say I feel like Pinterest, for example, I remember like our first client coming to us and like describing us about Pinterest. Well, it still took us a while to kind of adopt it, like warm up to it, you know, like whatever, where I feel like, and I think same for like even like Facebook and Instagram and like other social, but for some reason AI for me just felt like turned it on. Like, well,
because it's like the AI war now, so like it's gonna be the insanity.
And it's the like escalation of technology because like, you know, the more things change, like the faster they change. Yeah. It's like we're in this like fast acceleration mode. It's like, you know, we went from like somebody discovering fire to like steam engines like over eons.
Totally.
And then like we go from like you know, home phones to like a computer in your phone in like relatively very short time frame for like the span of humanity. So it's like the acceleration.
AI is going to accelerate that tenfold. And I mean, that's something to consider too about like the jobs in our industry. Like I think a lot of them are kind of protected because what we do is very experiential and like it's for people.
I think the technology will still assist what we all do, but I don't think it will replace what we do.
Like when it comes to like billing and certain things like that, or
That's a great graph of the thing I was just saying. Yep.
Technological advances across time. Yep.
Yeah, it's like an exponential curve.
It's really a sharp curve. Yeah, that's insane.
A little hockey puck sort of, or hockey stick sort of curve. Yeah.
Like climate change.
Yeah. Weirdly how they sort of mirror each other. Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. But
no, I don't think that like, and there's a lot of people, and I can understand why, in the creative fields who are really anti and will not use it and refuse to use it. And I get it. Like, there's a lot of reasons why. And like, I try to use it sparingly, but there's times when I'm just like, oh, fuck, I don't know how to say this thing. You know, I just like, I do find myself now like putting it in, getting like the feedback from it, and then changing everything that it says to make it like suit me better, just because I feel like I get tired of the way it writes a little bit, even though.
But I even use like the other day, Amy was like, she's like, I feel so dumb. I haven't done a 10-night, you know, she's wallpapering full time now. Mm-hmm. And she has an employee, and she's like, I need to 1099 him. And like, I haven't done this forever. Like, I don't know how to do it. I'm like, I don't really do that part either. Laura does it all for us. So I'd literally just go into ChatGPT. I'm like, how do you 1099 somebody?
Yeah.
And it was just like,
yep.
Damn.
5-step process.
Yep. Send it off to her, link to the website. Yeah. She's like, holy shit. And I'm like, that's kind of what it's good for.
It does, like, it cuts out a lot of research time and a lot. You do have to like double check like the stats and stuff, like obviously.
Yeah.
The thing I'm starting to use it more for is like medical stuff.
Yeah. Ooh.
And like that's the shit you wanted to know, because like AI is always going to be like way smarter than like a human doctor, because it can pull from all these
do you guys ever watch the Sunday morning show? It's like, I'm obsessed with it. It's like on 8 in the morning on Sundays.
No, I'm sleeping.
Yeah, I was going to say 8 in the morning on Sundays.
That's why we're doing the earlier time.
Yeah.
But it's happy news. It's like it's the CBS morning show. It's been around forever. It's an hour and a half, but they literally were recently talking about how these physicians go on and they were talking about like how they use AI. Like they're like, we can't obviously diagnose, but it kind of helps us like narrow down, you know, to like.
It makes me really nervous, because it's like sometimes it's just like pulling random shit out of nowhere.
But if you use it as like a research thing, it's like you can go and try to read all these studies, or you can get a summary of these studies, or you can, and then so I had like a blood test recently to just check like just how I'm doing and shit, and like I put that in there. I didn't even like type the information in. I just put the fucking picture of it in there.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's what you're low on. Here's what I would do. It's like, you need magnesium or this or that. So that I thought was really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to type in any information. I just put the document in there, and it can read the document, and it's like a PDF or whatever it is. So it's like
my brother and his kids went to Chile, or they were supposed to. They ended up half of them getting the flu, but he planned literally their entire trip
with AI.
With AI. And because he's like, they're 21, 19, and 17. Like he's like, what would kids that age group like to do in Chile? And but yeah, he like literally had the whole itinerary, different things to do.
Crazy.
Like, I mean,
I was just looking at my giant pile of like Daily Planet or whatever the travel books that used to like use, because I went to Chile in like 2017. Okay. So I have like 6 books on Chile, and it's like they're probably all like way out of date. None of those places are even there anymore, like half of them or whatever. And it's like, do I need these? Like, I'm just gonna go on the internet and look for this now, right? Totally. Yeah, I have like a million of those. I don't know that we brought you on to be our AI expert, but
yeah, I'm like,
no, I mean, I think it's cool to talk about. I mean, because like
I'm like the last person.
Well, because one of the questions I wanted to ask you was like, do you have any predictions for like just how our industry might change coming up? I mean, because like we were just talking about, it's like exponentially kind of changing. Things are different here and there. Like, do you think some things might go away? Do you think maybe we're missing something that we don't have yet? I don't know. It's just thoughts on.
I think, of course, I'm in the micro wedding industry, but I do feel like we're gonna continue to kind of go in that path of more intimate, intentional. And I know, like we always say, like we don't want like cookie cutter weddings, or like. I think with the the next 2 generations that are coming up, that they want, like, kind of, we were talking about the content creation, like they want things now. I think even when they're hiring their vendors, I think it's that case. Like, I mean, I feel like like if you don't get back to somebody right away, like it was bad. Yeah. Like, I think it was always important before, but now I think it's even more like you gotta like they have an attention span of
nothing, right?
And I also think that they do their research a lot more. I think that's why there's so many things like in like we talk about like SEO and blogging and all of that, but it's because Reddit, it's like they're looking at they're not just going to like one spot to look for you. They're going to AI. They're going to
Reddit has become a big one.
Reddit's a huge one. It's like the second like most searched.
Yeah,
it's after Google, I think.
Yeah,
like
for references and stuff like that. I feel like there was just all of a sudden one day at Hollywood, I think we had gotten like 2 or 3 inquiries that we're like, where did you find us? And it was Reddit. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And it was like, we just had recently, someone had posted about how they had a really great experience there, and which I was like, awesome. And I was like, how do I hack this and like get us in there more? But it's really hard to do because it's so organic.
It's that, and you have to be careful is what I've learned, or just, I guess, sort of been taught that, like, because sometimes people are like, well, why don't I'll just become somebody, and like go out there and ask, like, what do you guys think about mini weddings? Or like, kind of like be I don't want to say fake, but like
plant a seed,
and it's like, so you got to be careful about that.
Guerrilla marketing sort of thing. Yeah. But you also just like never know what people are going to say, right? You can't control that, which is.
Yeah. But I think you can be on there to still educate. So like, let's say people are talking about it. Like, I think you can be there to comment.
Yeah.
On like, people saying stuff about mini weddings, and I could be like, oh, well, actually, like whatever. But I don't think you can like you were saying, like plant a seed. And,
yeah, I think you have to like the conversation has to have already been started in order for you to chime in. I agree. That's kind of at one point I was looking into it because I was like, how do you capitalize on this if it's such a great referral source? And there was just no way to do it that felt like ethical to get in there and do any kind of guerrilla marketing aside from just like looking at things, which I'm like, I cannot do another like platform that I have to look at all the time. So I was like, I think we're just going to let this one be organic. Right. Or I need to pay a social person to do it. Cause I can't, handle another website in there for sure. But yeah, Reddit's been a really interesting source.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the mini weddings audience, the people that book with you, I've never really thought about this very cohesively, but I'm going to see if I can articulate it. Do you feel like there are people who would have in the past maybe done something a little bigger, but like not as nice maybe as what you're packaging for them? Or do you feel like it's people who would have done something much smaller, like City Hall and just eloped? Like, are they coming from both directions?
I think they're coming from both directions. Like, it's weird. It's like, I feel like I know who our clientele is in terms of like, they all want the same outcome.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're coming from all different angles, you know, different ages, different like ethnicities, you know, different, like it's their second marriage versus their first.
Different, like, do you get a lot of different tax brackets, like income levels and stuff? Yeah, that's like.
Yeah, like where it's like we'll have people that I can tell, like it's like this is a big payment for them, you know, to make. And a lot of times I maybe even like work with them, you know, on it. Yeah. But then I know that there's people that like don't even bat an eye and they're almost like using mini weddings as like just their ceremony site and that's it. And then doing something else party afterwards. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I kind of see it all, which is amazing. That's what I like. Like, I don't feel like we have kind of our, you know, typical couple that comes in.
I mean, having like so many different avenues to kind of pull that from is like great. So it's not like, because if you had just been depending on like the people during COVID who had to do something smaller, like then you would have run into an issue eventually with people.
Like, I feel like definitely those people were much more like streamlined or very similar, you know, because it was that they wanted to have the big wedding, but they also like had to get married or just wanted to get married or were sick with pushing their wedding off. Now I feel like it's like funneling from like a much larger group that actually just they don't need to have a micro wedding, they want to have a micro wedding,
and they want someone who like takes the planning and like all the little fine details, takes care of all that for them.
And like we really truly, you know, like we're picking vendors and venues that a lot of these couples couldn't do on their own. They couldn't do it on their own. You know, like they're high end luxe like experiences. And so like, you know, they're not booking the Hutton House on their own. They're not booking Machine Shop on them. I mean, they're just
So they get a share cost essentially, right? And then
co-op.
do you get push back on like the decor and stuff like that? Like if that's not
so we
like
create
theirs.
Pinterest boards for every single event, so they know.
So they're buying it with that in mind.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. So each Pinterest board is specific for each date, each venue, each season.
So you have like a theme. Yeah. And then that's part of the interest that gets them to buy it.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yep. And I mean, we try to play with the venues that we're at. We try to, you know, we're trying to be seasonal. You know. Yep. We try to mix it up. Yeah. You know, like we try to be different, like each one. It's honestly like we've done quite a few now. I'm doing a new Pinterest board for a date that I'm like, okay, I gotta think of something new this time.
Well, and now you gotta come up with one for the Morehouse. Right? So yeah,
Christina did share me some of her thoughts, so that'll help. But
that'll be helpful. Yeah, we're potentially doing one at the Morehouse, which is one of our new properties, in probably winter. Is that what you're thinking, or was it spring?
I was kind of thinking maybe pushing it just because I think we should do the photo shoot.
Yeah, we're gonna do a style shoot.
Try to do a style shoot like for hopefully in spring, just because the yard is so cool, and I think it'd be great to capture some of that. I think I'd love to do it in spring too of 2027.
2027. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Ideally. So
cool. I mean, we literally just opened. I just got us like Apple verified today, so so we still don't show up on the map, but eventually, hopefully,
some
we will.
guy showed up today and they took. Was it like a hoop?
Yeah, we had like a Papa Shot thing upstairs.
Yeah. They came to get grabbed it when I was.
We're
there.
still the people who moved out. It's I feel like we talked about this beforehand, so I don't know if I need to explain. But anyways, it's the old Mary Tyler Moore house.
Oh yeah.
And then there's been a family that's been living there for quite a while, and like so we're still like moving some of that stuff out. And the Papa Shot, we were like, should we keep this and put it somewhere?
What is it? What is a Papa Shot?
It's just like a little pretend basketball, like a little hoop, and the balls fall into like a little net thing, you know?
Oh, like at an arcade kind of a thing?
Yeah,
Papa Shot. So the little
Like,
arcade basketball thing.
So it turns on.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I've done. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that's what they were called.
I didn't know either.
Yeah.
I just called it the fucking basketball thing.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like a brand name or what, but that's what they're called.
Yeah. No, I mean it may.
Yeah.
It's not all the same brand or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. And maybe I was making this up in my head because I do that quite often. But is the yard known for like an epic tulip display?
No, that's a different house. I do know what you're talking about.
Okay, because go ahead. So
Yeah.
I am making it up, but I'm like I know there's like something.
But I don't know exactly where it is. Part of me thought it was in South Minneapolis, but I don't feel like that's.
I thought it was in Kenwood,
but it might be in Kenwood. It's very possible. But there is actually, I think you're right. I think it is. Yeah, so that's the Mary Tyler Moore house, which is on 2104 Kenwood Parkway, and you can rent it now for vacation rentals or events, small events. But there's a tulip display house that does like thousands of tulip bulbs, which first of all, I'm like, that is exhausting. Can you imagine planting that many tulip bulbs every year? And then
Do they come back?
Can't you leave them in there?
No.
Don't they come?
I think,
thought you
well, it
leave
depends on the
tulips.
kind of tulip, I think.
look
Some of
that
them
up?
you have to like,
The tulips.
I always thought tulips.
Tulip
just-
Is
house.
that perennial? Is that what that means?
I always forget which is which,
Tulip
but
house. Where is that?
yeah. But,
Humboldt Avenue South.
okay. Yeah, so they have like thousands of tulips in their yard. It's really amazing for like the 2-3 weeks that.
See, I know.
I'm a terrible gardener, so I have like no idea. Oh, there's some pretty pictures of it.
Tulips are technically perennials. I mean, they can return year after year.
But I think you have to take them out for the summer, but I could be wrong.
Okay,
You probably gotta
because
warm 'em up somehow with burlaps and shit.
U of M, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember how they like would do the M's and they would like fill them up with tulips?
Yep.
I think they did plant those every year and then take them out because then they would replace it with something else.
Right. Maybe I'm thinking
For the
of that.
winter and then
For the
put them back.
Yeah, because then the tulips look like shit
Well, no.
after
Tulips have to you have to overwinter them. So you have to plant them in the fall, and they have to freeze and then warm
Yeah.
up. So I planted tulips at my house in October, and then they overwinter, and then But I think people take them out potentially and plant new things so that it's like fresh.
Seasonal.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're only up for like a couple weeks at the beginning of the spring. But I could be wrong. Who knows?
I love talking about plants. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, God.
horticulture.
Yeah. And I also like did the worst job planting them. So I'm like, fingers crossed if I get a single tulip to pop up, because I was like, I always wait until it's like, shit, it's going to fucking snow. You need to plant these now, you know? So I'm like out there, it's dark outside. And I'm like, and then I read somewhere, I was like, oh, you have to plant them like, you know, however deep. 6 to 8 inches deep. Otherwise, like the squirrels get them. I was like, oh, I'm doomed. These are not going anywhere.
Shit, the squirrels in my hood get everything.
Yeah. They like, I just got a new trash can because the squirrels in my neighborhood had gnawed a hole through the top of my trash can, and we're like,
You probably have
Usually
raccoons
that's
and
not
shit
your
over
raccoons.
there too. Yeah,
That, I
that's
know
your
how
little
you
cute
treat your
raccoon.
raccoons.
listen, my
No, I know.
raccoons don't need to go in the trash. I feed my raccoons.
Your trash pandas.
I love my raccoons. Okay,
They're cute.
Yeah, I'll show you. I've got a good video the other day. They were back there, and there's a bunch of them.
Are the cats still back there?
like the stray ones?
Yeah.
Like there's a big.
She's feeding them all. They're
I
gonna
dropped
live
some
there
food
now.
off at her house.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, I started because I was trying to catch this gray cat who I found it was a girl, and she keeps having like litters of kittens. So I wanted to trap her and fix her and release her, right? Like I don't want another cat. That's not at all my goal here. But like, I don't like seeing like little kittens get hit by cars, you know, or whatever.
Totally.
So it started as me, and then I realized I have like an outside camera on it, and I was like, oh, it's attracting raccoons, and I was like, I don't mind that. And then it was like possums. I was like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. But they've grown
Possums
on
are
me.
really
They're good for your.
they're really good. I've been outside a few times and they walk like right up to you.
Yeah,
It's wild.
And then there was one day where I walked to Sykes. I was going to put more food in, and I didn't realize it's like I have a little like house that the food is in, so that it stays like the snow stays off and stuff. And I didn't realize there was like a possum in there, and you could see him like freeze. And I was like, "Ugh!" We're both like playing dead.
They look scary, but they're harmless.
Yeah, they're totally harmless.
They're super good for like
ticks. They eat ticks.
Bugs and like whatever, but they have a very short lifespan, which I always think is sad. It's only like a couple of years.
And they're super antisocial. They don't like each other at all. And so like when the moms have them and they carry them on their back for a while, as soon as they're too big, they fall off. They're done. They leave them. They just keep going, and that baby's on its own. So if you fall off, you're on your own, bro. Like that's it.
Oh, this is a segue to Punch.
Oh no. Oh my God. Do you know about this?
No.
Oh God. My mental health is like precariously resting on this like monkey in China's life, like getting better. It's gotten better. Like it's like this
monkey in China.
There we go. It's this.
Oh, I did see the baby.
Japan.
Okay. Oh God.
So if you Google it, that happens.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. So he was like
The
raised.
other monkeys were kicking its ass. I saw that.
He was abandoned by his mom.
And then it was raised by humans, and then they were trying to reintroduce him into like a community, and like they
were bullying him.
And the stuffed monkey was like his surrogate mom.
And they're like, he carries it around.
I know. I saw the cuddling and
it sold out at IKEA now.
Oh, I bet. I genuinely like. Thank God I found out about this when he had already like made some friends.
Yeah.
Because I was like, if I had only discovered this when he was being bullied and not making any friends, I don't know if I would.
I kind of was in the middle. I'm not. Yeah. Like I kind of started seeing the bullying, and then into finally like one of the elders embrace him and clean him. Thankfully, but
the animal kingdom is fucking.
But what hurts me the most is like he'll like when they go out with the food, right? Mm-hmm. And he'll like jump up on like whatever like the
caretaker or whatever.
And they just like they just kind of like he hangs on. I'm like, I would just
like I want to hug you,
embrace him, and like they don't do that. Like,
oh God, yeah,
it's a wild animal.
Yeah,
some of those fuckers will kill you.
I mean,
not Punch.
He's a little baby.
He's a little cute little baby.
So he like rips off somebody's face and eats it live on TV.
Yikes. Yeah. But my raccoons are harmless. I actually stopped putting videos of it up online because I was like, my neighbors are going to be like, this bitch, like, what are you doing?
That's what I'm saying. You're going to have like 100 animals just in your yard.
No, you
feed them all and
I have like,
give them shelter.
I have like 4 raccoons like that frequent it, and I can tell them apart. And then, like 2.
They have names now.
Yes. Yeah. 2 or 3 possums, and then 2 cats. There's the gray cat, and then there's this really big orange boy. I call him Bob now. And he's humongous, and I also want to trap him and get him fixed and then release him.
That's like 10 animals.
Yeah, so. But this is the thing. You have probably 10 animals in your backyard too. You just don't know it.
No, I have like 7 squirrels maybe.
No, you would be shocked. I didn't know.
And I got some rabbits around.
I didn't know any of those animals were in my backyard, and they were there before. And the only reason I know is because the gray cat I caught like sitting, because I had put up a camera. I don't know how I saw it first, but I saw the gray cat at one point, and that's when I put up the camera. And before I was like putting out food even often, there was animals just like walking through, so they just now are stopping and eating. And then going about their
pit stop.
Yeah, I mean, and I very intentionally like don't feed them every single day so that like they're not dependent on it, kind of thing. But anyways,
sure,
I don't care. I love them. I don't care. Somebody got me a trail camera for Christmas. Like, I'm in deep.
Committed.
One thing we didn't chat about was sustainability. Because I saw that was kind of important. So what about it? Obviously, like protecting the environment and stuff like that. But like, what kind of things, or what kind of things do you do? I guess to.
Yeah, so I think a big part of it is that not only are they sharing cost, but in a way they're sharing waste
resources.
Yeah,
truly.
That's a good point, actually.
It's like we're not throwing away 4 weddings of floral, or like I'm not having videographers drive out to 4 different weddings.
Yeah.
It's like one location, and it's like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
So it's like because they're sharing the resources, it's so much. I mean, events, no matter what, are going to be wasteful. It's just
at the end of the night, every time somebody's like, I wish that somebody else could use these flowers.
Yeah.
or whatever.
You're like, they're half dead.
Take
like,
them home.
Yeah,
So that's a really freaking
and especially from doing high end events and the waste.
Yeah.
I mean, like I've rented dumpsters for weddings before, you know, like at private homes, just knowing how much waste was going to happen. Yep. Like so that I guess for me is important, you know, like that. It's also like, you know, I work from home. Like I'm not like you know.
You don't have like a storefront.
I don't have a storefront. I'm not driving to an office. I'm not meeting clients, you know, if everything is phone or Zoom, you know, or email. So yeah, I try to have a minimal footprint, I think.
Well, even like the format that you were doing before when you were with Mimi, like with having your own inventory, like I think now it's become so easy for people to just like get something on Amazon that they're like, well, I might as well just buy it and then I'll resell it afterwards. And I was like, first of all, you're gonna have a hard time reselling it because everybody thinks the same thing and everyone buys that same assortment of bud vases. Yep. And you could just like rent it from a company and it might be the same price or, you know, whatever, but then you don't have to worry about what to do with it afterwards.
Yep.
And somebody else will take it and set it up and take it away.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Or you can go pick it up if it's like minimal stuff, you know? And yeah, I mean, when we're trying to like refer people for rental companies, we always try to find the best one nearest us so that the footprint is a little bit less. So, but yeah.
And I just you know, like even small things like, you know, for like the mini elopements, a lot of times, like I'm the one that's bringing in, you know, like the champagne or like whatever. So I make sure like everything's compostable or like I'm even, no offense on the water bottles, but like I do like carton water, you know, so it's like, it's just, again, it's kind of like, we promote it too on our website that it's like, we're trying to be as sustainable as we possibly can.
That's awesome.
So I guess,
Do you think it's kind of like a little bit of a fad where like people are just kind of like, because there's technically no such thing as like a sustainable event.
No, and that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to be as sustainable as
totally, and that's minimizing the footprint. Yes, 100%.
And so I guess, and that's always my comment was that events are just wasteful.
Yeah, no, we are.
We're planning for one day.
Yeah,
you know,
and there's even if you like reused everything, even if you like, you're still like there's still food waste byproduct. Your guests still had to fly or drive there.
That's the thing.
There's no way to do a zero
unless you're in like a neighborhood where no one has to drive. They can all walk there. You're not using electricity. It's all food, regenerative growing.
But I also think,
you know
like,
what I mean?
With us
it's
keeping,
it's impossible.
But I also think with us keeping smaller guest counts that we also help with that, you know, because I would say a lot of our, you know, I don't think there's a ton of traveling for mini weddings.
Yeah.
Because they're intimate. We also do live streaming.
Oh, nice.
Is a service. So a lot of times, you know, if grandma's in Florida or whatever, like, you know, she can still be, you know, a part of the event, so to speak. Yeah, I mean, we do, I guess, what we can.
Yeah.
We also pick dates that are off season, you know, and like.
And you do Sundays a lot of times.
We do Sundays a lot. Yeah. You know, the florists that we work with, you know, we try to do a lot, like local floral as much as we can.
No, that's great. Yeah, local companies is up.
And I hope it's not a fad, I guess.
No, I guess I should have reworded that a little differently. But I think it's kind of like so many, it's not just you either. It's like a lot of event companies like really are leaning into that sustainability thing. And it's like, but then we do an event and it's like $200,000 worth of floral and you see it all get thrown in the garbage. So it's like...
But
some are trying, some are not, and it's just like but at the end of the day, it's not a sustainable thing in the long run. So it's like, I don't know. It's an interesting topic.
Yeah,
for that reason.
I think there's a lot of small changes that people are making that are like impactful. That aren't like the thing that I appreciate a lot is a lot of florists going to foam free. Yeah, like floral foam is really bad for the environment. And figuring out ways to do like these big giant floral installations without floral foam is not easy.
But and I think like the whole the local floral industry, I mean, like when we had Mimi, that was only starting to pick up at the end, you know, where there'd be like local farmers and co-ops that you could buy, you know, floral from. Like that just did not exist.
Yeah.
I also think the thing that always bothered me the most for some reason, one was food waste, and I saw a lot of that with catering, with like, holy shit. But
oh God, I got stories.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I used to take an aerial photo of the garbage can at the end of the day as like art.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have
yeah.
It was insane.
It was insane. And the one, but the thing that for me, I don't know what it is, but the hangers, how many wire hangers?
I was literally thinking about that.
Oh, and they're like, and even when I would like, I'm like, no, I'll put them in the bag really nicely for you.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with this hanger.
Right.
You can totally reuse it again. Like, and they're like, no, we don't take them. We don't want them, Amy. And now they finally.
Now they are.
Not just because of me, but.
Right.
But yeah, I'm like, oh, many wire hangers I threw away in my lifetime.
Yes.
Like,
genuinely, like that was
same.
one of the examples I was going to use as like small changes is that there are places now who are taking back the hangers.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw it, I was like, thank fucking God. Because it genuinely was like painful to do because I was like, first of all, I can't do anything with these at this venue, right? Like I can't use these for coat check. I can't, and I can only, you know, if we have 47 linens at every event, like I'm gonna have 4,000 of them. I like it.
But it's just wild. I'm like, you'll save money if you just fucking reuse them.
Just reuse them, right? And I'm sure there was a very solid reason why. I don't know what it is, but who knows? But
sure the labor to pay for them to take them out of the bag.
Sure, yeah, probably something. But the day that I saw people were doing that again, or finally doing it, I was like, thank God, because it's like glitter. Like you're just like, you've got that hanger, like there's always one of those around everywhere. Totally. And like they all get tangled together and you're like, fucking hangers. And I just throw them all away. Right. I even like reached out to a store owner that I know and I was like, listen, do you need hangers? Like, I don't know. Cause I'm just
like dry cleaners.
Yeah. Like somebody take these.
I found this to be interesting. So 42% of sustainability claims in advertising were found to be false or misleading.
Yeah.
1.3 billion tons of food are wasted each year.
It doesn't shock me at all.
You know, working in catering at some points too. It's just
specifically that number?
This was about events and about how basically how sustainability like in a true form is a myth. Basically, Well, but we all kind of know that too. But I think
it's progress.
What I personally my issue is when people sell it as like, oh, we are sustainable, because it's not true.
Yeah,
it's like you can do the things to be that, but like at the end of the day, it's like it's not. It's never going to be fully. That's all the point.
Yeah. I think it's a matter of like, do you define sustainable as perfection or like as doing better?
Yeah, you just got to do better.
Yeah, in which case, like, you're doing your best to be sustainable. You're maybe not like sustainable, period, but progress. Not
it's like anytime we use AV and shit too. AV is actually maybe one of the worst in terms of sustainability.
Is it because of electricity and
the production, how things are made, the metals, the earths, the precious metals and shit that
it's a lot of batteries.
The batteries, lithium, all kinds of it. But probably mainly the power draw then once it's built.
Right.
But I mean, and then you look at the industry right now too with the AI and everyone's talking about chips and they need to make chips and this and that and all that needs metals and it's
that's why we're invading Greenland.
We need that. We need Greenland's ours. God damn it! Just kidding. We need it. We need chips. But no, it's a fucking wild time. So,
I feel so. I was kind of like mentioning this earlier, and I was like, I have to talk about like the first time I worked with you.
Oh, I want to hear that. Yeah.
Mimi. Okay, so I'm
you were a little scared of me
at Aria.
No, I was just scared.
The opposite.
Scared.
You weren't scared of her.
No, well,
everyone sits in that chair and says I was originally scared of Jessica.
I was not scared of you.
No, because I was probably like a disaster. I wasn't scared of you. I was terrified of everything.
Where at? Set the location.
Aria.
Okay, Aria.
Okay, so
2011?
10, 11? 12. Yeah. I started Aria on August 1st. And
our wedding, I remember, was August 4th, I think.
Yeah, or 3rd or 4th, yeah. Yep. And I my first day when I logged into my email, I had 114 emails or some crazy number like that, because the person who had left prior, like, they forwarded me, they were like kind of filling in an interim between like the person who like kind of got things started and then got fired. So they brought in somebody who was not like an event pro to run things.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
She was terrible.
Yeah. And so she just basically like forwarded me all her emails and then like was gone. Literally like in like out of the country gone. Like she like was on vacation, not reachable. And so I didn't know who was scheduled to work that event for the bar. I was like, I don't know if I have bartenders coming. I don't know who's supposed to be here. I don't know. They hadn't made like an event order. I didn't know what their bar selection was. Like I didn't know anything. I got there that day and was like, I don't know where the light switches are. I literally was like, all I have is a key and like hopes and dreams. Like I don't know anything.
You'll find them.
I did eventually, and that's why they got labeled eventually, because I was like, "What does this do? What does this do?" And there's like 47 different ones.
And not to mention, it's a massive ass building, and it's an old building, so the light switch is not where you expect it to be.
Yeah, none of them, and they don't do the thing you think they're gonna do. And like, I was like, I'm in so over my head right now. Like, I was drowning, and like, it was my first time working with you guys, and they were doing like a big installation. And I was like, cool. Okay. Like, I don't know how to help. I don't know how to tell you. I can't tell you not to do something because I don't know what the fuck you should even be doing, you know? Like, there's no rules. Like, no one's made any rules.
Just drilling into the brick.
Yeah. Like, literally. I ended up, like, getting my cousin and her husband, who had been, like, bartenders for a long time, like, to come work that day because I was like, I genuinely don't know who's coming into work. And I was like, can you just come in? And then if we don't need you, I'll cut you. And they're like, yeah, sure. So they just showed up, and I was like, cool.
It was a big wedding, too.
It was like three. It was
like the largest head table I'd ever done. It was like 30-some people.
And it was very cool. You did a like kind of like
floating water. Yeah.
There was like a floating, like in the middle of all. It was like a big, not usually
like a moat. No, opposite of a moat.
It was like a little swimming pool in the middle, right. But it had like floating candles and flowers and stuff in there, and like cool lighting and stuff. It was very cool. I'd never done something on that scale at all.
What did you use for the pool?
We had plexiglass units made.
It's just like square little patches.
Yeah, and so they all kind of like kind of puzzled together.
Yeah.
And
I
then
don't know what they were sitting on.
They were on pedestals.
Okay. Yeah. And then the head table like surrounded it like a rectangle basically with that in the middle. I probably have an extremely low pixel photo of it from way back when.
See if you can track it down.
Back when I used to like take 6 photos at every wedding and post every single one of them on Instagram. But yeah, it was like, I'm sure I probably came across as fucking terrified because I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing.
And obviously it wasn't you, it was the chick, the interim.
Yeah.
And she was just not good at her job, and this was a big wedding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's like one thing and not to be good at your job, but to be a crotch at the same time.
Yeah, no, she was like not nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just like we had one of our biggest weddings ever the weekend before in Green Bay, and I'm literally driving to Green Bay, arguing with her on the phone, with the couple on the phone too.
Oh my God.
During my drive and they were bitching about like the whole how she was tracking the bar, like anyway, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And so like the couple already was like going into this like because it's a week before their wedding,
right.
And knowing that there's somebody new coming in,
and they don't know me, they don't know if I know what I'm doing.
Yep.
And we did end up like the way that they had the bar set up was fucking crazy. We ended up overhauling the whole thing. So I was like, this is stupid. Like the way that they were tracking it makes no sense. Yeah. It's just like they were just like, I heard one time people do it this way, and like just threw it out there, and it was stupid. So it was just, and I think that
wedding was great.
Yeah.
It went well.
Yeah.
They were super happy.
I don't remember, but I'm glad.
Friends with the couple.
Nice.
I mean,
success.
That's great to hear, honestly, because I don't know if I've ever even like, I remember like that feeling and how stressed I was all day, and I don't remember anything about whether or not it went good or not.
Nope,
so
it was awesome.
Cool. Okay, good. Yeah. Well, and like been holding a breath for 15 years or whatever it is.
They have 2 beautiful daughters.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, it was a rough one for me. It was definitely one of the harder days of my career in general. And like you guys were, even with that, I was like, I liked working with you. Yeah. Like even with all that. But yeah. And
we're big team players. I think that was the big thing. Yeah. Like it was just like I've bartended at our events before. Like,
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, it's just.
That's part of the burnout, right?
Yeah,
there. Circling
right?
back because it's like we'll jump in anywhere and we'll always go that extra mile for the client just to make sure it goes.
So I'm like,
good.
if you're like sitting there like harping on somebody for not doing,
it doesn't make it better.
Standing over the shoulder, bartend faster. It's like just get your ass back there and do it. Help out.
Yeah, trash needs to be taken out. Like you could spend 20 minutes tracking somebody down to
That's
take
the
it
most
out.
common thing that people will be like, garbage is full. It's like, okay, go fucking take it out.
I mean, even just grab the bag. I can come get another one, you know. But like, now it's twice as full. You know, now it's overflowing because you spent so much time doing that. But like, whatever. I don't expect people to take out trash. It's just sometimes it's like you said, there's like we always say, like there's no such thing as that's not my job. Like that doesn't exist.
If you're in the industry, not we wouldn't expect a guest, but like somebody else maybe in the industry. If it's like a caterer and it's like the venue's garbage, take their garbage out.
Yeah, and
just grab it.
Even if it's
keep
like
the event going, keep it clean,
keep it moving. You know,
and it's like if you're awesome to work with and you step in for different. It's like
that's how
people
love you.
I'm going to ask you to be my vendor again.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm going to continue to referring you, and it's like
Yeah, I mean, if I'm walking around like checking on how things are going, like why am I not picking up glassware on my way back to the kitchen or what? It's like full hands in, full hands out, right? So
100%.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, it's not for everybody, and I get that, and that's fine, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. And it was a pleasure to work with you on that day of my nightmares. And I'm like, I know that I do remember us having a conversation where you're like, it's not your fault. Like, you know, like it's because of how it, and did they start with like the other person before that person?
Yep.
Oh yeah. So they'd been through a lot.
It was 3. Yeah. You were the third.
And the 2 before me,
not great.
No. And I ended up doing like an apology tour around the Twin Cities because of all the people they'd pissed off. Like, yeah. I had to like apologize to every client that they had booked. Had to like Don with Linen Effects had like blacklisted Aria at one point. Ooh. Like he was just like, I won't work there. And then I had to like show up and be like, so what about me though? Yeah. It was rough.
Yeah, it's tough to be the person going in to save the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because everyone has this other expectation of all the things that went wrong, and they don't know what you know. Mm-hmm. They think you're just gonna suck or whatever, and it's really hard to be that. Just like come in and fucking make the dream come true. But
as much as possible.
But when you do it though, then people are like, "Holy shit! Okay, cool."
Yeah. So, anyways, I just wanted to mention that because that was like. You feature highly in like my recap of the lore of how I
the good old days.
Good old days, right?
Damn.
Exactly.
Good old days.
I feel like we were talking about this a little bit, but what is your dream job? Dream jobs?
Ooh, driving a golf cart.
Which you did at a wedding.
I did at a wedding. Yep. Like I want to like live at like an old people's home and like just drive a golf cart all day long. Like I think it's and then. Actually, at one of Gretchen's weddings, I worked the pull tab station.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Oh, God, that was fun.
Yeah. I love that.
I talked about being a cashier.
Yeah. Punching the buttons.
Punching the buttons.
It's less punching buttons now and tapping screens, but yeah.
That kind of takes the allure away from it because I just feel like, and like, having to memorize like the codes of the bananas and the oranges and like
oh yeah
I don't know.
And now everybody goes through self-checkout and you've been like worked out of a job already. Your dream job has already been outsourced to AI.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. That's a long gone one.
Oh, God, that's funny.
But yeah, I think, I don't know, like I've hospitality, I think is just in general. Like I like all aspects of I love design, you know, but I think I fit more in the hospitality realm than I maybe do design as much. Like I like to design for events. You know, I actually making floor plans is one of my favorite things to do for events.
I do love making
I'm into
floor
that
plans.
too, yeah.
So satisfying movie.
It's so sad. It's like I'm putting a puzzle together and like making sure it flows but yeah, I don't know. I like making people happy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice. Because we'll probably wrap here in a couple seconds here. Hour and a half flew by pretty quick, right? Yeah. I was gonna ask,
when it was like 7:15 at one. I'm like, holy shit!
I know it goes fast, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 7:36 now. Yeah.
We're always like, we could talk about 10 other topics.
Oh, we could keep going for hours.
Yeah.
Shit, now I lost what I was going to say. Oh, no, I was going to see if you wanted to call out, because you have the mini wedding stuff coming up. Any dates that you want to name drop? You can talk to that camera right there.
Yeah,
name
so
drop.
we have our first actually one of the year is May 30th. It's at Mother Co Plants, which is
that's a cool spot. Yeah.
We still have 3 openings for that one. After that, we have Machine Shop, which is sold out. DeGroot is sold out, but we have our fall dates. We still have Urban Daisy. We're running that special, which actually is if you book an Urban Daisy date, you'll get a $150 gift card to a local restaurant of your choice to kind of help support the restaurant industry. I know
is
suffering right now
again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And
I'll
we're at the Beach Club. And we're at the Beach Club in October, and I think we're gonna be actually at Avalon.
Oh, really?
This December.
Kelly.
The old James J. Hill Library.
Yep. So I'm touring that tomorrow. Actually,
that's a beautiful spot.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, she's getting it cooking over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was here in the studio. She popped in for some Girl Scout cookies the other day.
Oh, really?
Which I have some for sale, people. But yeah.
Cool.
And where do people find you? What's the website?
Minne Weddings. So MINNE weddings.
.com.
Yep,
Nice.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yep.
Thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
This was awesome.
Fun. Yeah. Thank you for watching the podcast. Hit the like and follow button to stay updated on our latest episode. If you have ideas of topics or guests you'd like us to interview, drop us a comment and we'll see you next time.